two things. One, I wanted to go off of what you said because you said, oh, science is like the explanation for what we don't know, and then religion is just nothing. Religion is not just nothing. Religion is explaining. Now back to you. What you were saying when you were like back correcting people how the statement says anything that begins to exist has a cause, but not anything that does exist has a cause. So which is why God is not applied to that theory. Am I correct?
Yeah, I never said.
Okay. What I want to know is anything that exists had a beginning, because in order for time to make sense, time had to have a beginning. So for something to begin to exist, it has to feel the effect of time. So you can't say God does not apply to that statement. God never began to. He's always existed because everything has to have a starting point.
Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. Who has not spoken yet?
To make that statement, I believe perseverance.
Okay, we'll have Jonathan Khalili.
Okay. I wanted to go back to what Mariah said. She was saying that that like God. What I think you're saying is that you're saying that something has to become before God for God to exist. Is that correct?
No, I'm just saying God has to have God cannot be above that theory because time has to make sense, and in order for us to understand it, so we have to have a starting point.
Anyway, so the reason why that topic does not apply to God is because God is not on our level. The science was created by man as an excuse to to figure stuff out. God is not on a man's level. Man's level, like somebody was saying earlier, 3 dimensions or whatever. Man cannot comprehend God. God is above man's intelligence. You cannot use your 2 + 2 = 4 to explain God. That doesn't work. God is like on a different dimension than what we can comprehend. So all the rules of science, your matter conservation, all that stuff does not apply to God. It cannot apply to God. That's why people are saying here. That's what I believe, at least. I don't know what anybody else believes. Is that God was God was God. God created the earth in 6 days, rested on the 7th. Whatever. He made people. He made whatever happened. What I don't understand is the atheists that say that 2 mounds of dirt go together, fuse, and make people. That just doesn't make sense. So the reason why I'm saying this is because there has to have been something that is not on our intelligence level, something that is above what we can think to have been created to create.
We have 2 new speakers, so let's start with all the way in the back first, and then you'll be going next, okay?
Okay, if you say God is on a different dimension and we can't perceive different dimensions, how do we know He exists? Some people say it's the Bible. What is the Bible? The Bible is just something that a human wrote, a human that can't perceive God.
What I don't get is, how come our theory of the Big Bang seems so ludicrous, but yet yours that the Earth is 6,000 years old, which was proven wrong, and all these other theories were just rude. What I'm saying is, how come we... Oh, dang it. I had it right.
I get you. You're very close, almost there.
Yeah.
Khalili, would you like to respond to that?
Just really fast. Okay, the reason why is because we can prove with man's intelligence, which is very low level intelligence compared to what we don't know, is that 2 things, if I get this book, this thing and this desk, if I hit it together, it's not going to create something else. It's going to go like this, it's going to bounce off, nothing's going to happen. Man's intelligence can comprehend that 2 things hitting each other is not going to create life. So if man's intelligence can accept that your entire theory is flawed, it doesn't make sense. God is above man's intelligence. That's what I believe. I'm not saying everybody believes this. That's what I believe. God's above man's intelligence. That's why we use God as what I think would happen how the earth was created. That's why I think God was created.
Your rebuttal, your statement, when you threw that notebook down, you actually made sound. So his whole theory was not illogical. Technically, his logical theory was not as illogical as you made it sound. It made something. Basically, the most intelligent man in the room can be considered the one that knows God the most. Since you threw that notebook down and you did not know what it created, but I did, or sound, that means that I'm one step closer to knowing what God is. Does that make any sense to you? Exactly. So how can I believe someone that has come to this earth that tells me that their God exists? It's just because he's more intelligent than me? Or I don't understand. Your whole thesis is based off of rationality, yet it follows a rational concept. So therefore, you're just as stupid as I sound when I talk about science.
How does that follow that concept?
Dang, why is everyone jumping at me? Melissa,
Because I love it.
Miranda, someone's losing it.
Alright, ever since I was 13, I've always found myself involuntarily finding myself contemplating about the existence of God. And I do consider myself an atheist. I don't believe in God, and that's because I agree with that because people put such a huge emphasis on the separation between them and God, like what you said. And if there is a God in every way, I believe he's a personal God to each and every one of you, because God teaches you what you need to know about God and the only way you can understand God. And at the end of the day, I believe experience is what we all... I'm sorry, I'm going to rephrase that. At the end of the day, experience is what we all knowledge derives from, making us who we are as individuals, whether God exists or not. So, I'm done.
Alright, so this gentleman in the middle, his hand's been raised the whole time.
You, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to what you said. You said that the Bible was just written by a man. How do we know it's a lie? There is 3,500 manuscripts written of the Bible, copied in the 4 continents. Is there a way that you can say it's all a lie? All these people come to believe that it's all true? It's written over like you said, 1,600 years of history. How is that all false? And also, if you look at a watch, a car, a phone, someone had to sit down and design that. They had to sit down and look at it. Our bodies, the way that we think, the way our mind thinks, the way our body works, it didn't all just come together like that. Someone that I believe in God. I'm completely strong in the faith. I believe that there's a higher power that someone looks down upon me and is like made me. Yeah, but like that, like I didn't just go like, woo, there's a watch. Like someone had to sit there and design it. They had to sit there like a car. Someone had to sit down and design it. They had to go through how it works, what the function, what the pros and cons were. It all like fits together. From my perspective, just.
All right, we're gonna be running short on time, so if you guys want to leave, if anyone has time commitment or something, you guys can go ahead and leave right now so we don't interrupt anyone. Oh, you guys just think, okay, cool. We're probably gonna end this meeting a little later today because it's so heated and it's bigger. So, new speakers, we have one right here, and then you, Kathleen.
Well, I just have something like real quick, just to clear up for you, like personally. What you said exactly was science is to explain why we're here. I just want you to know that that's not true. Science is to explain our physical world, and that is not why we're here. That's a desk, and I noticed, and it's physically here. And that does not tell me why I'm here, so just want to clear that up for you and for everyone else who might have been a little confused on that. That science is not telling us why we are here. That is why people seek out God because they're curious.
Alright, so I think it's kind of weird that everyone's saying the Big Bang Theory doesn't really exist if you believe in religion, which is bogus because I believe it did happen, the Big Bang Theory, because it's a theory. And isn't your belief in a religion a theory as well? Because you can't inevitably prove it all in itself also. So you can have your theory and I can have mine, so why are you trying to disprove my theory? I'm not trying to disprove yours.
Dang, everyone's attacking me. Okay. Eeny, meeny, missy,
Alright, so, well, when he dropped the notebook, it had energy, because it had gravitational potential energy. It was at this height. When he dropped it, the energy was changed into sound. So it's something came from something. But when the Big Bang Theory, it's nothing exploded. If you're saying particles exploded, who created that particle? You know what I mean? It's just, it came from something. I'm sure you're going to say it.
all the way in the back. You're not supposed to go ahead.
All right, personally, all the order I see in the universe, the way our bodies are made, the way, like the continuity we see through animal life, through the laws of physics and whatnot, I think it's like impossible to deny the existence of a creator. But the mistake we make, what I believe the mistake we make with the creator, is associating him with him or whatever, a sentient being that created the universe, with a religion. Because with a religion is when you begin the infinite assumptions that that God did this and he had say Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Muhammad as prophet, who said this message, who said to do this. I think that that's the part that doesn't make sense, but you can't deny the existence of a creator as it is. Whether the humble answer to whether that creator is a compassionate and a creator that's personal with us, the humble answer would be I don't know, but that's what I believe.
Oh, I was gonna what you said about like how like God's not like on our level and how like he's like different dimensions and we like like can't really comprehend him. Like, come on, like I know this is really primitive, but think about if you were God and you're about to create people. Wouldn't you want people to be able to connect with you? Wouldn't you want the people to be able to like? Didn't God create us so like we could worship Him? Why would God create us so that He's so abstract we can't even like perceive Him? Why would God create man to be so distant from Him if He wants us to worship Him?
Okay.
All right, so this. Okay, hands on real quick. I'm gonna say something. Basically, this whole time, a texture. Watch out. I'm kind of like you're in the middle. Okay, basically this whole time I've been playing devil's advocate, which I do a lot, which means I go on the opposite side just to stir up argument. But since there have been people speaking out, I'll give you my honest opinion. Honestly, I have the weirdest dreams possible. You guys will not understand the concepts of my dreams. But the only way I get out of this insanity, I like to call it, is through the process and connection I have with God. I have a lot of troubles in my life, and for some reason, I always find a solution when I turn to God. I don't care if I can't explain it. I'm a completely irrational man, but this theory has never been disproven to me, the existence of God. No one can prove it without making themselves disproved. Therefore, it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. If you want to do it, you can do it, but if you don't want to do it, then you're losing a chance. I've never been disproven that the God does not exist because I've never been let down by my God. But what I would like to tell all the people that do not believe in God right now, I would say give it a chance, full-fledgedly believe in this God, and I guarantee you will find some type of sanctuary in your own sanity. I am the most craziest man, I guess, brain-wise. Like, my dreams, if I explain them to you, you guys will probably, like, walk away from me and never talk to me again. But give it a chance and see the connection. And for the people that question, I guess, the God's dimensionality, the reason why there is a God is because we cannot explain or even perceive Him. There's so much going on with our brains that we only see colors, we only feel, we only have 7 different types of senses, I think, no, 6. Well, I have 6, 5. 5 senses. So basically, we can't explain God, but the closest thing that has explained God are the 7 articles, the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, the Old Testament, the New Testament. Basically, what I say is give it a chance. I can't prove you wrong, neither can I prove you right, but I know that my theory is correct. And Haitham, go ahead.
I don't even know where to start right now. First with what you said. Oh my God, you just insulted me so badly. How do we not connect with God? We pray to Him every day if we believe in God. I pray to my God 5 times a day. I get close with Him when I make dua. It's called that. And another thing is, you just said, who said something over there about, I forgot what you said anyway. Starting off with what Sean said. People who believe in God, we believe in God for a reason. It's a fact. If you said it was a theory. Religion is just a wide fact. What our religion tells us to do keeps us closer to God. And I'm sorry, I don't know anything about atheism. Was humanity created?
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory. All right, great. So you can believe in that. I'm not here to persuade anyone otherwise. Believe in your own religion. My religion, Islam, I believe in it 100%. I can do whatever. I can't do whatever I want. God gave me restrictions. Those are the restrictions we have to abide by. And I don't even know where my mind is right now. But I have somewhere great, but I forgot it. So that's all I have. That's it.
Okay.